All right, to get started, I want you to draw a 2-inch diameter circle on your screen. Okay, from there, I want you to now next use the polygon command. So we're going to go polygon. We're going to go with a 5-sided polygon. I'm going to start it there in the center of that circle. I'm going to use the inscribed option so it goes inside of that circle. And I'm going to go straight up and draw my first polygon, which is a 5-sided polygon there, a pentagon. Next, I'm going to draw another polygon. Going to make it a 3-sided polygon. Going to start it on the center of it. Again, I'm going to make it inscribed. And I'm just going to pull it right up there to that point again. Now that's all starting from a 2-inch circle, if you don't remember that. So it should be pretty easy there. Last but not least, I'm going to draw another circle. I'm going to attach it to the center there. And you just make that circle come right down to there and touch on that edge of that triangle. Okay, from there, I want you to go ahead and copy that outside circle over to the side, right about somewhere there beside it. Then draw another circle, same center point. This we're going to make a diameter of 1.5. Then make another circle that's a diameter of 1. Then make another circle that's a diameter of 0.5. So basically, 4 circles there, diameter 2, 1.5, 1, and 0.5. Okay, next, what we're going to do is we're going to copy again. We're going to copy the 2 outside objects there, the circle and the pentagon. I'm going to copy it over here to the side, to the right. And here I'm going to make a star. No, we're not making some weird pentagram type thing here going on, but I am going to make a star on the inside of there. If you don't know how to do that, with the pentagon you can make a perfect star going just like that using the lines. Then you're going to trim out those lines. And we are not going to keep the pentagram going on there. We're going to get rid of that. And so we have a star inside of a circle. Then next, I'm going to draw a circle starting right there in the center of that star, or the center of the circle. Come right out there to that corner. And now I'm going to draw another star on the inside of there that looks like this. And trim out that star. And right there are our 3 beautiful shapes we're doing. Okay, from there, make a copy of all those things straight below down to here. Once you make that copy, twist this up in 3D a little bit. And now we're going to move some of these up. What we're doing is, this thing is called Loft. We're going to loft between some different cross sections. So the first step here is I want to move this circle, that pentagon, and the star. Star will take a little bit more to select, the large star. I'm going to move all those items that I just selected, those 3 different items. I want to hit enter. I want to move all those straight up in the positive Z. Now, here's where this gets tough. All right, there's positive Z straight up. Depending on how we have this orientated, I'm trying to get here to where I can show you a good example. There we go. All right, so notice there. My polar is telling me that's up in a positive Z. If I move my mouse just a tiny bit to right there, I'm in a polar 90. Positive Z, polar 90. Positive Z, polar 90. You can tell that because I have my O-snap on. If I didn't have my, or I said O-snap, sorry. I have my polar tracking on. If I didn't have my polar tracking on, I'm just moving it, and I'm trying to move it straight up. If I move it like this, do I really know, am I going straight up, or am I going back in a Z, or back in a X direction, or a Y direction? You really don't know. So that's why you have to get used to, when you're doing this in 3D, and trying to move things on another plane, you have to have your polar turned on. And then you have to pay attention a little bit, because I guarantee you somebody today, maybe even me, when you're moving these things, will get it in a polar direction instead of a positive Z direction. All right, So back to this. We're going to go up in a positive z, and I want you to go up a half an inch, so 0.5. Then, next, pick the next smaller item on all these. So I'm going to go move again. I'm going to pick that next smaller circle, the triangle, and then the circle there. Same thing. I'm going to move those items. I'm going to move those straight up, again in the positive z, and I'm going to move those up 1 inch. Last but not least, I'm going to move that smallest circle on those two. On this one, it's going to be that star, small star. I'm going to move those up in the positive z. Now, you're going to guess 1.5. It's not. It's 2. I'm going to move that straight up 2. If you've done everything correctly, when you look at this and kind of twist it around, those are all stacked on top of each other. If you haven't done it correctly, one of these might be moved back here like this, and you're like, oh, whoops, I messed up. You just need to undo back and try it again. All right, make that happen. All right, so what you're going to do here now is you're going to use the loft command. So we're going to go loft, L-O-F-T, loft. Whoops, if not loft 9, L-O-F-T, loft. And it says select selections in lofting order, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to start either at the top or the bottom, doesn't matter. Start with this first set. We're going to start at the bottom here, go there. Next one would be this one. Next one would be this one. Next one would be that one. You're going to hit enter, enter, and it's done. It doesn't look like much. That's because you're on a wireframe view. Change to a conceptual view, and you'll see, you created that cool little solid. Go ahead and move forward and do the other ones. Hopefully by this point, you've realized on this last one, I can't do it. I click here. I click on this next one, and it doesn't even recognize that that star is there. What do you think the problem is? It's not one object. So yes, region could possibly be an option. So go ahead and do that, and region all of those objects. You may have to zoom in there a little bit when you go region and pick just the star. Sometimes trying to pick it all on this askew angle doesn't work well. So I'm going to region. There's the star. I made a region out of that. Region the circle. Region the other circle. Region the other star. And now loft those and see what you get. Whoops. Why didn't my loft work? There we go. It doesn't look like it works on that last one. If you hit enter, enter, it goes ahead and works. Okay, so now as you look at these, hover over the first one and tell me what it says. Hover over the second one, tell me what it says. Hover over the third one, tell me what it says. Surface loft. Oh my gosh. This one is not a solid. This one is a wireframe. It's all hollow. There, you can see through it. It's all a wireframe. Why AutoCAD's done this, I don't know. Last year's version was the version they started with this. Always before, when you had an object you wanted to loft, you had to region the pieces and then loft it. Now, when you region them and loft between the cross section, it makes a hollow object, not a solid object. It's a pain, but it is a thing. So let me show you a different way of doing that. This is why we have another copy of it here. I'm trying to think here. All right, before we do this next part, I want you to go back to the top view. And we're going to make one more copy of these. I should have you make two copies of it before. So back to the top view, make one more copy. And we're going to play with this set here. That's what I wanted to do. On this, what we need to do is we need to not region this object, the star, but we need to make it into one thing still. The other day when we did a extruding on a path, what did we do to our path to make it one object? Do you remember, anyone? What was that thing we did to put our path together? You had a line and an arc that made up a path. Or I think maybe even another line. P-edit. P-edit. You had to turn it into a polyline. So we're going to do that same thing here. We're going to P-edit that star and P-edit the other star. To do that, you're going to go P-E for P-edit. You're going to select one of the lines of the star. It's going to tell you, this isn't a polyline. You want to turn it into one? Well, yes, you do. So just hit enter because yes is the default. And then you come up with all these options. You are going to join it, J, enter. And you're going to join it to all these other lines of that star. Here's one where you do need to just pick up that star. Otherwise, it makes you a weird polyline that includes that other star. So we're going to hit enter there and enter again. And if you hover over that now, that star is one object. So you're good. Do the exact same step to the other star. P-edit, J for join. Select it all, enter, enter. And now you have another star that's polyedited. Go ahead and twist this up in 3D one more time. And move your cross sections up just as you did before. If you don't remember, that first one was 1/2 inch. Next one was 1. Next one was 2. From there, loft that and see what you got. That, when you hover over it, is a 3D solid. So this one that's left, to solve that problem, and it's a wireframe, and to make it into a solid, it is a new command called surf sculpt. S-U-R-F-S, and you should see it there, surf sculpt comes up. So surf sculpt, you're going to pick the entire object and hit enter, and it makes it has to be a watertight object. So if one of your corners was cut off on one of your planes, it wouldn't work. But as long as it's a watertight object, wireframe, watertight wireframe, it will make it into a solid. Okay, so now what I want you to do is once again go back to your top view. I don't know why I didn't have you do this a moment ago. You needed another copy yet of these. So do another copy. So you have another one up there. Now, on these last 6, these other 2 you really don't even need. You can just even get rid of those, erase them, whatever. But on these last 6, what I want you to do is this, is move one of your cross sections on each one up 3 inches. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick which one you want and move it up 3. Then, once that one cross section is moved up 3, the other cross sections in between, move them up whatever random amount that you want. You don't have to type in a number, just whatever, somewhere between 0 and 3. So maybe I'll move that one to there, and I'll move this one to here. And then I'm going to do a loft between those 4 cross sections. The top one is up 3, the other ones are some random amount in between. And there, I made a beautiful little vase. Whatever. I don't care what you create, be creative, be whatever, and move them up. Again, bottom one stays on the bottom. Whatever you're going to put on the top goes up 3, the other one's somewhere in between. Make 6 different little unique lofts of your own. Go ahead. All right. So now there are all of those finished. There are my 6. Now what I want you to do is go back to the top view. Come over here to the side, right beside that last one. Draw another 2-inch diameter circle. Now what I want you to do is create however many cross sections you would like. 2, 3, or 10. I don't care. And make different cross sections here. Bottom one at 0. The top one at 3. Your other cross sections in between, and create one of your own of whatever you would like on this one. So, go. Okay, so here's what I created. I created just a W there with 2 cross sections. From there, go ahead and put it in an isometric view. Your isometric view that you put it in, I want it to be this isometric view so I can see this one, your own creation up there kind of in the front of it. So put it in that isometric view like that. Leave these things in this order, so these are down here, and then save that and save it as Loft. Save it as Loft in your practice folder. There is a place to upload it on to Student View, so go for it.